my god, dude. Oh, that's gonna be a chiseled video. Hi, chiseled audience. How you guys doing? That's gonna be a video right there. Oh man, dude. Oh man.
Maybe Pony kind of met Willow in prison or jail in the station or something like that, and then Pony did something bad, potentially, you know, swapped around the vaccine that was substance 128 to actually save Mrs. P, and maybe Pony actually swapped these potions around and caused this entire infection. I think that that is what I'm leaning more towards at this point in time, but this is quite interesting and still something that we need.
I know what he means and what he said. It's just his accent made it sound like he said the other thing to me. I've never heard a British person say that word before, so it caught me off guard. All right, I know what he meant. I know what he said.
Need to find out in the future. So what do you guys think that Pony has done? That obviously there is a story for another day. Please let me know in the comment section down below, what are your theories on this matter. Number 5, the intercity notes. Now, oh boy, have I been trying to figure out these notes for quite some time now. And I think I may even try to do a bit more work on these notes, because I do feel like I actually got one of these notes done. Now, this one right here, I actually again feel like this could be William. Now, obviously, I have to try and mess around with the letters and the numbers and stuff like that and try and figure.
I don't think that's William. That looks like a piece of paper. Yeah, that's a piece of paper. That ain't William. Unless William got turned into paper. Yeah, that ain't one. That's a piece of paper.
Figure out that there is stuff going on in these notes, but there was also that note somewhere that I have seen that I don't exactly know where it is. So again, if you guys do know, then please tell me in the comment section. But there is that note that basically says something along the lines of 4 comes first. So I wonder if this is in relation to the notes that are in Intercity. And Minitoon did say that these notes, they do mean something, and it is the hardest one that he has ever done. But apparently these notes, they actually mean something, and Minitoon did say that they are going to reveal something pretty big. So I think that I'm going to make that my aim for this weekend, to try and figure out these notes. Number 6, Gary the Gorilla.
What?
Now, Gary the Gorilla is going to be a character that we are going to be seeing in the future. I'm almost certain.
Do not feed Gary. He will do his best to make you pay for him because he's cheap.
And so if I take you guys to the port map right here at the bottom of the board, you can see that there is a little note speaking about Gary, because apparently Gary is a little cheap guy and he makes you try and pay for everything. I mean,
if I was at the side with him, I'd be like, boy, pay for your food. Oh, and while you're there, pay for mine too.
So obviously this kind of billboard thing only mentions Gary. However, I'm kind of linking Gary towards a gorilla, because in the store map you see that there is the Gorilla Airways, kind of like, you know, Kitty's Kitchen and Grandma's Poutine and all of that stuff. There is also a Gorilla Airways literally right there. Now, of course, because we get all of this like Zizzy, Zebra, and Mimi the Mole, and Giraffe the Giraffe, I'm putting the 2 and 2 together, so I feel like this Gary guy could actually be Gary the Gorilla. Now, I'm actually excited to see what Gary the Gorilla is going to be like. Could Gary the Gorilla actually be one of the people down in that Medora boat? I'm not so sure. I would probably say no. I think that we're probably going to be meeting Gary the Gorilla at some point in the future. But I do think that this is a pretty cool little secret. Just
imagine being a gorilla named Gary. Like, you're like, oh yeah, you got King Kong, you know? You got Baby Kong. You got regular Kong. And then over there is Gary. It's like the dollar store King Kong. Gary. And Godzilla, he's gonna have a baby, and the baby is gonna be named Larry the Lizard. We got Larry the Lizard versus Gary the Gorilla. That's it right there.
Just to be adding in here. Number 7, the Katie Cross. Now, when this skin was released in the factory, there was some pretty big controversial moments around this skin. Now, this is something that actually I learned at the time as well. Now, apparently in video games, you're not actually allowed to have a red cross on a skin.
Yep.
I mean, you're not allowed to have a red cross in a game at all. Apparently this whole little cross thing, it is forbidden in games.
Yep.
Now, Minitoon did put a red cross on the hat of this Katie the nurse skin, and I'm pretty sure that since then Minitoon had to remove the cross. Now, I can't exactly remember the reason as to why you cannot
That's green.
have these red crosses in video games. Now, I'm gonna Google it, and if I find something, I'll put it on the screen for you guys to read literally right now. But
The reason why you can't use the red cross is because a red cross is the international symbol for like medics, doctors, and like the Red Cross thing, and like during the World Wars, it was a big thing. And so like, yeah, you can't use the Red Cross.
Katie once had a red cross on her hat and since then had to be removed due to it being some form of weird law. Number 8, the research team. Now,
I mean, nobody really cares, right? Because it's a law from like 60 years ago. But
this is something that I actually didn't know about since when I actually did this Piggy quiz that my friend JB Bolter actually made for me.
Yes.
Now, there was actually a research team that Mr. P actually, you know, got together. He got them together to try and figure out how to tackle this lineoma disease. And we know this because that there is a note that is in the plant map. Now, I'm actually glad that this came up in the Piggy quiz because I do like to think that I have a pretty decent knowledge about Piggy and that this is something that I completely forgot about. So this reads out saying, Miss P, Sheepy, Bunny, our initial group is gone. Now, the researchers are too. I am truly alone, Mr. Bardetto. So Mrs. P, Sheepy, and Bunny was the initial group of this research for the lineoma disease. And this obviously does confirm that Mr. P has confirmed that Mrs. P is now infected. Sheepy is infected. Bunny is infected. They are all gone. But again, a pretty cool secret to know that this was actually a thing way back in the beginning of Piggy, that these guys were actually friends. These guys were the research group for this disease. So thank you for that one, JB Bolter. Thank you very much. Number 9, Willow's anger. Now, Willow was pretty grumpy, let's be honest. She's a fireball, isn't she? Now, in the cutscenes, Willow said something.
he's not about to say what I think he's about to say, is he?
Something along the lines of, hey, look, it's the officer that took my parents away from me. Well, guys, we actually didn't take her parents away from her whatsoever. All we did was literally arrest Willow, but along the sides
Okay, he didn't. Okay.
of Doggy. Now, the officers that actually took your parents away from you, Willow, is Polly. And in fact, 2 Polies, not us.
Say hi to Big
So
Daddy,
Willow,
he's
do
fan
be
of
getting
Creek.
your facts right, my lovely. And we will be expecting a sorry in the near future. But just to confirm, we did not take Willow's parents away. So I don't know if that's a little mistake on Minitoon's behalf. I don't know what you guys think about this.
Well, the police did, and you're the police. Therefore, you did it. Right? That's the situation there. Is the police took her away from her parents, and you are the police. Therefore, you did it, right?
But we did definitely not do this, so I don't know why Willow has this great big anger towards us, because it should be towards Polly. Oh, and Polly was literally in the refinery as well, which is, you know, where Willow is all the time, and Polly was the one that actually infected Zizzy. So, I mean, Willow, you should know the difference between the two. So again, we will be expecting an apology, won't we, guys? And finally, number 10, my Piggy creation. Now, Now, if you guys didn't know about this, then I'm about to tell you
When I
guys
finish
something
eating.
pretty
Yeah.
cool. What if I was to tell you that I actually own something that is inside of Piggy, something that I once created? And yes, I'm talking about this piece of graffiti on the wall right here in the sewers. Now, I did create this piece of graffiti. Obviously, there's quite a few pieces of graffiti around the place, and at the time, IKEA's tweeted out saying that she basically wanted to give us guys the chance to, you know, design a bit of graffiti and have it put on the wall for ourselves. Now, I was umming and ahhing as to, you know, do I want to do it? Do I not want to do it? And the reason why I did want to do it is because it was graffiti. Now, I own a massive interest in actual graffiti. Here's an image of me right here next to a Banksy piece, literally right close to my house. Well,
I don't know who Banksy is.
near it, I suppose, near it, not anywhere near it, but like, you know, it's in proximity. And I do actually have a Banksy, you know, tattoo on my arm as well. So that is the reason why I actually did decide to do this, because of course these sort of things.
Who's Banksy? Is it like an important dude? I don't know who it is. I've never heard of Banksy. No, I don't know Banksy. I've never heard of Banksy. I'm guessing that's like a British thing. He's a graffiti artist? Well, it's got to be a British thing. He's British, right? Very famous. Because, like, I feel like if he did that in America, he would get, like, shot. That's got to be, like, a British thing. That's got to be a British thing. It is a British thing. Okay, I was like, yeah, no, there's no way. There's no way, dude. There's no way.
Things are normally for you guys to do and not normally for creators like myself to do, but I just wanted to give it a go for myself, and if IKEA's did say no, then, you know, whatever, girl. But this creation literally right here is created by myself. Now, it wasn't actually...
You done it here too? Man, he's got some spheres.
Done how it was supposed to be done, because there was actually a lot more to the actual thing. So I will put the actual image up on screen for you guys to take a look at literally right now. Now, obviously, there was this like stenciled out like mouse with a roller paint type thing down in the bottom corner as well. And it looks as though they didn't actually put that on. And there was also more missing on the graffiti, which, you know what, is cool. It's cool if you didn't want too much on it, then that is fine. But I just love the fact that
I don't think so. I don't think she is. Hi, Leary. Leary, thank you for the $5.
You know, I've had a stamp inside of Piggy. That thing on the wall, literally right there, is designed by me. So that is one thing that, you know, for me, it's pretty cool. But anyway, guys, there we go. There is part 5 to the top 10 secrets in Roblox.
Very nice. Very nice. Listen, I'm done eating, so I'm gonna go put my food up. Okay, I'm gonna go put my food away. And then what I'm gonna do is we're gonna come back and we're gonna do some stuff. Okay, so let me here, just here, watch this while I go put my food up. Okay.
Okay, so in today's video, guys, we are